Yeah, this is the first episode of From the Ground Up. I am one, I guess, of the co-hosts, Jabari David, and I am here with.
Hey, Jabari Matthew, what's going on?
Yeah. So essentially, this podcast is really just about one, documenting our journey because we would consider ourselves small fries, one, and we also want to help people, so we kind of want to interview people that are building up businesses, that have built businesses, and we just want to get conversation with people and just see how they are going about doing business. We want to keep it as transparent as possible. So I myself am a photographer. Jabari also is a photographer. I know it'll be very weird because it's two Jabaris. So you'll just have to,
Deal
just
with it. Oh well.
distinguish us by the voice. Well, hopefully you'll get
True.
used to
True.
it. So yeah, so the main point of the podcast is just to talk to people about business, how they go about business. We try to get some creatives in there and how they go about business, mistakes that people have made.
How they overcame it, how to combat those mistakes, how to prevent them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, that can be the same thing, but you know, the usual stuff.
yeah.
A lot of people, when it comes to business, it's like, I know
There's so
what I
much
want.
unknown.
Yeah, I know what I want to do, but how do I get there?
Yeah, and the information is not there.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
kind of like making a platform for people that, even if you're small, like I said, I was kind of talking to people behind the scenes of like, I want to do a podcast, but I want everyone to be welcomed. And the only thing is that I don't want people just come on and just like give like small information and then just leave and you feel like you're missing out on something. I want things to be as transparent as possible. I wanna obviously talk about money because I feel like as people in the art field or creative field per se, we don't talk about money like we should. People are undercharging themselves, stuff like that. So it's kind of like,
It's like I small, I can't charge
yeah,
six
yeah,
hundred
yeah.
dollars.
By the way, if you hear people laughing outside, this is the one day that
Of
we
all
could
days.
record,
All
and this
days.
is the one day of all days that people are just outside my house, and I don't have a soundproof room. But we're working on it.
Small fries, from the
Yeah,
ground
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. So like I was saying about the charging, there's some people out there where it's like, oh, you getting $500 for this job, and some people are like, oh, you getting $50, and then the last person like, you're getting paid. I thought this was free work, so we wanna keep that level of transparency out there.
I feel like that's also like a struggle that I face because I don't feel like I've only been doing photography properly for like 1 year
Yeah.
properly, and I still feel like to tell someone like, yeah, 400 or 500 is my minimum.
Mhm.
Either deal with it or go or check somebody else.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still
yeah.
feel like it's sort of wrong, so to say, to charge more than $200. But
Yeah.
you know,
I think there was I was watching. I think it was like a year ago. I saw this video. There was this lady who literally she doubled her price from like either like I don't think she doubled it, but she went from like $500 charging to like $1,500, which is like three
three
times
times
the price.
the amount.
And she literally said that she just walked around the house, just telling herself that this is my
It's-
price
this-
now,
That is it.
and you have to deal with it. And she was just telling everybody, this is my price now, so that the fact that when a client does come, it's like, this is my price, deal with it.
Men how to eat, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah, because you have to eat. Equipment is not cheap,
True.
and
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like a lot of people do things because they really like to do it, and they would do it for free. But
Yeah.
everything in the world is not free, so you kind of have to charge at some point, to kind of, even if you're breaking even or something, you need to charge.
Same thing my dad was asking me, this is for a hobby or this is for business? I
True,
was
true,
like,
true.
it's a hobby, but it turned into a business
True, true,
because
true. Yeah, so you could talk about yourself and like what you do, how you got into photography, other things that
okay. Uh I've been honest. When it comes to like getting into photography, I legit just used to take pictures on my phone,
yeah,
take pictures of the sky at sunset, and a lot of people will be like, "You take this on a phone?" Like when it comes to like
oh, yeah,
people from
that happened
church,
to me too. Yeah,
yeah, like people used to be like, "The pictures on your Instagram, what camera are you using?"
yeah.
My phone. Your phone.
I feel like men don't say me for kicks though. I was like, there's no way that you don't realize that this is a phone, right? Like, I really felt like men was just taking me for kicks, and I was like, really? I was like, okay, all right, cool.
Because even Michael was like, "You taking this on your phone?
Yeah.
You sure?" I'm just like,
That's our friend
no.
Michael Cunningham.
"Oh
Yeah. They don't know.
yeah. I'm sure Michael would be on here at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah, you just have to explain yourself
Yeah.
before, so you're like,
That's also true.
who is Michael?
Shout out to Michael if you're listening to this.
Hopefully.
True.
We'll force him to.
Big facts. But yeah, I remember Michael asking me a day in church. He was just like, "You just the photos on your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You taking them on a camera or it's on your phone?" I was like, "Oh no, it's on my phone. Like the picture on my Instagram with the splash in the water with the girl on the rock."
Yeah.
Right. Michael thought that was a big camera. I was just like, "No, this is my phone." It's just like, "Oh dang."
Oh
So-
yeah, you did take that with your phone.
Yeah.
I forgot you didn't have your camera at that time.
I only have my camera for a year.
Yeah.
So from there, I'm like, you know what? It seems that I actually have some kind of potential. And then, 2019 Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
I just pulled the trigger and I asked my parents, "Can I get a camera for?"
The year before the decline.
Yeah, true. yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it now, the
The
decline.
decline.
And that's it.
Yeah, but although I don't feel like, even though the year was a slow year last year,
Mm-hmm. Which is
2020,
2020.
yeah,
Yeah.
I still feel like it wasn't that bad. Like,
It wasn't that bad for me, no.
yeah, I feel like it was nothing that I planned to do really happened, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a bad year per se.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's quite the opposite for some people, but
Yeah, some people had a great year last year,
Dog.
and I was like, that is crazy. I don't know how y'all did it, but y'all,
yeah,
You'll
and
deserve
then
a clap
I'm
for
just
sure.
I'm here where it's just like it's neither here nor there. It's just a year.
it's just in the middle. It's just kind of like you're just floating and existing.
Yeah. So really seeing that potential that if I can do this with my phone,
Mm-hmm.
if I have if you want to call it a professional camera,
Yeah.
the possibilities of doing this and earning money say less.
True.
And then currently I'm pursuing my degree in land management valuation. Those of
Mhm.
you who don't know what land management valuation is, it's basically a surveying course in UE's engineering department, and basically we cover anything from surveying, land law, real estate when it comes to valuations. Basically, a valuer would go to a property and basically determine a value for a property
Mm-hmm.
based on a myriad of facts. The surrounding areas, where the it doesn't have to be a house. It could be a piece of commercial property, but where it's located, um, the surrounding environments, the cost of other properties surrounding that property that can be compared. Um, and it's being honest, it's not the degree I intended to go into,
Yeah.
but I sort of been thrown into it. But I feel like, although I've been placed in this degree, I
Mhm.
feel that I have a lot of potential in this degree program, and I can do a lot of things where you sort of set out a roadmap for yourself,
Yeah,
and then
I didn't. I'm nowhere where I really set out to be. I wanted to be a drummer personally. I wanted to be a professional drummer, and my dad shut that down so fast. He was like, "That's not making any sense. How do you expect to pay bills?" And I was like,
yeah,
"But I'm watching these other people do it. I could do it,
it's like,
you know." But nah, that was my first dream,
yeah.
was to be a professional drummer.
My first dream was either dentist or airline pilot. But
Mhm.
my dad, well, as you know, my dad works in the aviation industry.
Mhm.
But like he's basically ran through the logistics of being a pilot and the amount of people that are in line to be a pilot
It's crazy.
is crazy. Is wild. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, so many people want to be a pilot, but especially down here,
There's not enough plane.
there's only enough spots for people,
True.
and especially in this climate,
True.
man. If
Yeah.
like you have to be, if you don't get chosen to fly commercially by 35,
Yeah.
man,
Life is
Go
over.
find something else. Like on our reels, after 35, nobody considering you
Got
after
you.
that. Like you gotta be in your prime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I think for me, how I got into photography, I literally was. I think it's kind of like the same way. I just literally just took photos with my phone, and people were like, "Oh, these are nice," and I was like, "Alright, cool." And then people were like, "Oh, these are really nice." I was like, "You taking me for kicks?" And I was like,
no,
so
I'm,
that
I'm
that kind
serious.
of that kind of continued going on. I was like, I just fell off all yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. I like it. I
You,
kind of sort of like a hobby. It's kind of like a
yeah.
stress reliever.
Now you shall see me in my final
Yeah,
form.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, no, I'm in my final form, but yeah. So I got my camera 3, 4 years ago. I really, when people ask me how long I've been doing photography, I'm kind of like, I don't know, 2, 3 years. And I've been saying that for so long that I kind of don't know when I honestly did start.
I,
So if people have asked me in person, just know you're gonna get the answer. I don't know, 2, 3 years. Um. So yeah.
Same thing. Someone has asked me questions. People ask me questions and like, how long have you been doing things, or how long have you been in this position? Yo, it's not something I be counting. And people are like, how you mean you do be counting? You gotta be. It's something you gotta be counting. Nah,
Nah.
buddy.
I just kind of
Nah.
like to do things and to get things done. I think I'm gonna get to a certain point where if I get bigger clients, I'm gonna be like, oh, I've been doing this for a couple months, just to throw them off. Just
Just
to
like,
be like,
wait, what?
huh? You knew somebody else? Like,
This
no, I
seems to
just.
have a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to do that just to throw people off and be like, yeah, I just
It's
been
like,
doing this for a couple of months. It just so happened that I bounced up. There's a guy who hired me. He just happened to be
and
working
then
here on the
one,
street, and I was like, oh,
this
I feel
guy
like I know
referred
you
me
from
to another
somewhere.
guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like that. I was want to do that and mess with people. But
And
yeah, I got into photography, just taking pictures on my phone. Parents got me a camera, and then I was kind of like, this camera needs to at least pay itself off. So I kind of did jobs to just to get back the money on that. But I would honestly say that I've been enjoying it. It has not been the easiest. You know, you kind of when you're new, you have to be looking
for
for
people,
clients.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like people. I feel like I know a lot of people where they just kind of sit and they don't look for clients, and I'm like,
that's me.
well, you need to look for clients until clients could like,
Come to you,
yeah. I feel like you need to put yourself
step
out
out
there
there,
so much to the point that it's like, oh yeah, I've been here and this guy so much that I should check him out.
yeah.
And then after that, we'll kind of like get like a snowball
Snowball
effect.
attack,
Definitely, in my first 6 months, I think I had a book filled with just emails. I had a book filled with there was nobody's email in Trinidad that I didn't know. That book was just filled with emails, business emails. Who I had to I lost the book. I was so sad that I lost that book. That book
Pain and
had
sorrows.
so. That book was probably worth a couple $1,000,000. Like it
Oh
is.
gosh.
I went through everything to get those emails, and I just lost the book. So I was kind of like, ah.
Pain, yes.
So that was just like, I don't know what to do now.
Well, I keep saying this generation just like struggle, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened. I just lost the book, but yeah. So I do photography. I also sell clothes. Well, I sell clothing. I wouldn't consider myself a designer. People might beg to differ that, but I'm just a guy. I just make things. Um,
I print jerseys,
yeah.
people like them and they buy them.
I just make things. Like I like to make designs. I like to make clothing. Photos, obviously.
I
I
really think,
genuinely think I just like to make things, and I just kind of like to know how I want to make a business out of things, but I also want to keep some things to myself. Where it's like
you
I
know,
just want to do
yeah.
this
It's like baking
for the fun of it.
a nice personal souffle, you know.
Yeah,
Just hear like, oh, this chocolate souffle about to hit the front because
yeah,
it's just for me.
yeah. I just want to do some things. I just want to like do it because I genuinely
Love
like
to
it,
do, yeah.
and I don't care if you offer me $1,042 for it.
I ain't doing
I
that.
am not taking money for it because then it becomes like,
A chore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I feel like any of my shoots that I've done have become a chore.
And that's why I personally feel like if I charge more than like $200
Yeah.
to someone like I don't know,
Some people probably listen to this and like $200. That's
yeah,
a low.
yeah, yeah, I know for
Yeah.
sure how many probably scratching at the wall.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just like,
like, yeah,
what are you doing?
you are what is wrong with the industry.
It's like, I hear a man charging $200. What are you charging me $500 for? From
Yeah.
this, don't worry, guys. It'll go up. But like for now, because I'm just starting off.
This is just the price as of Tuesday, the 2nd of February,
February, yeah.
525.
2021. I don't want to hear.
2021.
I hear
Not
2nd of February and you in 2023. What? But yeah, I for my first ever shoot that I've gotten money for, like the shoot I've done, I only took $200. It was a friend, and I felt like charging them more than $200. I felt like I ain't that big as yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But you
I
know,
can't remember what my first shoot was like. I think it could have easily probably been $500. I think that's probably what my first shoot was like because I asked around. I was like, okay, I asked around the people who've been in the industry for a while, and they were like, I charge like 800 for like a portrait shoot. This is what I charge for other things. So I was like,
yeah.
you've been here for a while. I don't feel like I'm there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, 500 feels like a good
A
enough
good medium,
start
yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I've seen people charge. Some people have promoted charging 400 and less and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
personally felt like that was kind of low.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I
Mm-hmm.
could see my work kind of competing with these people, and this is what they charge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the experience of as them,
Yeah.
so I will just charge a little bit under them, but not. In my head, it wasn't like that drastic because, they will still get their clients, and their clients are not gonna come to me because they are more well known than me. But I
Yeah.
know obviously over time I will
You'll be up in the
charge
big
differently.
leagues. You'll be up in the big leagues. Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it was a friend. It's his birthday. Well, it was for his birthday. I think it was. He wanted to shoot for, and I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm doing nothing on a Sunday. $200, $50 in gas, and it'll be fine. And then it really didn't hit me because the somebody birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's your friend. You went to school with him
True.
for a couple years. For the first, thing that I'm taking money for, I found it sort of reasonable to an extent, but
Some people probably got way less than that actually.
mm,
So I feel like a start is still a start because it will always go up. I feel like not charging anything at all that's a big problem because you could always get somebody. I feel like it's harder to get somebody to start a charge than somebody who's undercharging. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
sorta. If you want to
Yeah.
elaborate on it.
Because I feel like if you're so scared, at some point you will kind of be like, oh yeah, I need to start making money. But I feel like it will take me longer to convince somebody to start a charge who is
Timid, so to say.
yeah, than somebody who's kind of like, even if they're getting paid $50, I could be like, yo, your work is worth $75.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
You know? And I feel like it's easier to do that than to just get the person who doesn't know how to charge. And I feel like when you charge people, you kind of have some kind of experience of like possibly some contracts, and we'll get into that on a different episode. Contracts
Yeah.
and pricing itself is a whole different topic. We just kind of
And then also, just to sort of continue and finish off that topic of pricing, I feel like in Trinidad we face that issue where it have clients that don't want to pay, or you have to basically be running down people to finish paying you off.
yeah, it's
And
always
then
a
it-
run-on thing.
And then yeah,
I am surprised that most creatives are not six-packed up, built people with the thickest legs, because the running down we just have to do to get
Yeah.
our money.
yeah, it's ridiculous because if someone is charging you a price and you're willing to pay that price, you should pay it. If you are
Yeah,
willing to pay it, I shouldn't have to be running you down.
I feel like once you agree on it, it should be like on the day, make sure I have my money. I ran down somebody for a year. Do you know what a year is of running down somebody for money is? For not even that much money left over. Like I didn't even, it wasn't even like,
Oh,
I
crazy
personally
amount.
feel like it wasn't that much money,
But for a year, in terms
Yeah,
of a
it was
year,
like $500, but just out of respect because I know you from before, so it's kind of like if I bounce you
yeah,
up somewhere,
it's gonna be awkward.
it's gonna be so awkward because I know you have my money, and I like
Yeah,
if I meet you up like I go out somewhere and I see you spending money, I'm gonna feel like you're spending my money. Like I'm gonna watch you and be like,
dang,
yo, you
wow.
spending my money, and we have an issue here because you ain't pay me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get that. But I think one, people should pay creatives for the work that they are willing to pay. If someone tells you a price and you know you can't make that price,
then just tell them
tell the
no.
person exactly.
I was talking
But
to
also,
let me finish.
creatives, you can't be charging people that arm and a leg. Let's be real. If the quality of your work isn't an arm and a leg,
Yeah.
don't be charging an arm. Don't be charging an arm and a leg.
I feel like that's how you that has to do with how you market yourself though.
Also, like, explain.
Because I feel like Beats is not the best headphones.
It is. It really
But
is.
Beats is
But
so expensive.
the hype behind it. Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it's how you market yourself.
That is
'cause
okay. That's true.
Beats in my head is just like it makes no sense that you pay that price for that quality when you could get literally the same for almost like half the price.
Get a what is it?
Sennheiser.
Sennheiser or
Yeah,
Audio
yeah,
Technica
Yeah, so
for the
Beats,
same amount of money,
yeah,
or maybe even less.
I feel like that has to do with how you market yourself.
True.
Because the quality of your work is really dependent on the person looking at it.
That's also true. Okay,
Yeah, so
that's
it's kinda
I
like
get you there.
some people will see the value in it, some people won't.
Mm.
I feel like it's better for you to probably charge an arm and a leg than to not charge at all.
That's okay. I understand.
I feel like you're hurting more people that way
Okay.
than not charging at all.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't be botching people thing.
Yeah. Just don't when you're going to retouch properly.
Don't overdo it.
Do your job properly. I see some photographers is like only when there's certain faces behind the image like that they're taking pictures of is when the work gets really good.
They
Does
could
that make
basically
sense?
they could only edit one face. Basically, is that what you mean?
No, meaning depending on the how high level the client is
Oh,
how
okay,
good
okay,
their
okay.
work is.
It's like
So it's
you
kind of like
ain't really all that.
it's kind of like you're paying for quality in a sense.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen like 2 or 3 times, and I was kind of like, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Okay, so you put it.
I don't know if it's just by accident because I didn't really ask.
So basically, you have a 0 to 100, and
Yeah.
basically, if the person ain't really dashing out or knowing all
Yeah.
that well, you'll get a 30%.
It's like a 100 to 250. It's like the bronze package with bronze editing.
Okay. If you
And
pay
like the
200,
300.
you'll get a 200 back. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
play 1,000, you'll get $1,000 back.
yeah. So it's like I feel like I don't know. I just kind of see that sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know if it's just coincidence or it just happens
It's
to
like,
be like
okay,
a
this
off
person
day.
threw out real money. I have to put my best foot
Yeah,
forward.
so I don't know if they went on outsource editors or,
Mm.
but I just kind of see it happening a lot with not everybody, but some people. I'm just kind of like,
Interesting.
it's just interesting. And I also saw it with international people too. It's not just local people.
Yeah.
So that's why I noticed as well too.
Okay.
Because I kind of just look around, for other
Mhm.
photographers in the area and just kind of
I
like
mean,
see what's out there.
I think, like, personally, like, okay, let's say a big company like Hyundai or Apple reaches out to me
Yeah.
to do some photos or designs. Yo, Apple, Honda, or Hyundai, man, the world gonna see this.
Oh yeah.
I gotta jump out.
Yeah. I also don't think it doesn't. For me, a price should be a price.
The price should be a price, but you know,
But just know that once you get those bigger clients, don't go back down. I don't think. Unless
you're worth that. That is what you're worth.
If somebody can see you with that, then it doesn't really. I'm not saying to just ignore everybody below.
Yeah.
Like if Apple hires you, don't be like, oh, you don't work for Apple.
Man, you
I don't
just
know you.
a little small person coming.
I'm
Get
not
out
saying
of
something
here.
like that, but just let your price be your price.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel you. I feel you.
There was this lady that I was working with. She would she would say she would ask prices, but she would not give clients names. And I
Okay.
don't know if it's because she's under NDA, or I don't know if it's because of the simple fact that your price should be your price.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like whether if it's Apple or um
Just our
further on
designer.
down the street
Yeah.
hire you for a job, 5,000 is $5,000 or something like that.
This is what I
It
charge.
shouldn't
This
be
is it.
500 for Ferdinand, but when Apple come,
Slap them with.
pass a little 50,000 kind of thing. It shouldn't be that. It should be this is your price, and either you wanna
But I
go
guess it
down
comes
a
down
little
to
bit
the
for
amount of
somebody.
production also.
Yeah.
That you would have to set out a budget.
You know what I'm saying? But if both of them are asking for the same things,
Things, yeah, it should
right?
be. Here's what this
You're
is
not gonna-
5,000. What I'm
and your
charging.
price is usually 5,000 for it. Don't
Sell at 5,000.
yeah. Not saying because
switching up
because you
that
know
big
that they have
company
the
could
money.
afford it, yeah.
you're gonna overcharge them. No, your price should be your price.
Yeah.
But the fact that you get bigger clients, then you need to adjust your price a little bit more and just be like, yeah, so this is my price now. You could either meet me here or
If you want to,
yeah,
if you want
or you could probably work out some kind of exchange. I know photographers who they do some kind of exchange where they get some money and then they get some other perks because it could be like for
okay, so
like a party or something like that.
mhm.
I know some people who is like, yeah, I'll do the shoot for you. You'll give me $500, and you'll give me 3-4 tickets to go to this party.
Okay,
And then
okay, I
boom.
see.
So and that's it.
Okay.
So like stuff like that, people do a lot of like
Okay.
trade stuff like that, which I think is fine.
Yeah, I think if you can, okay, let's say you're doing
And
a
like
shoot for
if you were
Suka
gonna spend
Mana.
the same money that you were going to on it,
Yeah, I think it could.
I don't
If they
know.
can meet you halfway,
yeah,
and let's say you're doing a shoot for, as I was saying, for Suka Monarch, and you tell them this is just a hypothetical. People don't take this so serious. Like if you just say, all right, $2,000, and 2 or 3 complimentary tickets, and I'll be fine.
yeah,
Or this is my usual price, $3,000.
yeah. Or no.
Either $3,000, $2,000, and
Or
2
nothing.
tickets. Yeah, or you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's it. It's just some people are just like,
Okay, so I understand that.
yeah, you just don't need to be like, some people just drop their price so much, and it's like, why?
Kind of degrading your
Some-
value, so to
yeah.
say.
It's like this is not a garage sale kind of thing. It's like you went from $1,000 to end up paying the person to be on the shoot, and that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I guess, yeah.
There are some things that I still, I obviously most of my personal work, nobody is being paid because it's my personal work.
Yeah.
I like to do things because I want to personally create it. A lot
Yeah.
of the work on my Instagram is my personal work. A lot of the stuff for clients,
You basically separate it.
I show some, but I don't show all because one, I want to upload things faster than when they want to upload it.
Yeah, and you kind of
So like even for the magazine, I did a shoot for Fashion Focus magazine. I don't know when the magazine will be out. It should be the 8th issue, I think. I don't know when the magazine will be out. I have some of the images printed out up on my wall. Like I have pictures of them, but I don't know. Like I can't share them.
Yeah.
I took a picture of my Instagram of the images on my wall, and I had to scratch them out.
Black and
Like I just kind of
white.
wanna upload when I wanna upload and not have to wait. And then when images do come out, I kind of forget about it and I kind of move on. So it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, people already see this. So it's
yeah.
fine.
There's a lot of people already see it, but it's just like it happened so long ago. I'm
Oh,
over
yeah,
it.
so the hype behind, or the excitement behind, I can't wait to show up everyone. That's kind of.
Kinda, but I'm just kind of like on to the next thing because my mind is just focused on
doing more.
making more stuff. So it's
Yeah.
just like oh yeah, it happened. I'll post it like, I have one for sure that I definitely want to post.
I
I
know
don't
the
have it.
exact one. Oh my
I
god.
don't think you know.
It's not one of those.
He's pointing out a picture on my wall.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a conversation.
This podcast will be out before the
the
the magazine is out
comes
for
out.
sure. But no. Let me see if I could find it here for you. I don't have it. I think it's not that one.
But is it with that model? Or
No,
another one?
it's
Okay.
actually something like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wanted to post that. I don't know. I can't remember the girl's name, but all the girls on that shoot was They did a great job. Like it was just so nice, easy. Like everything kind of flowed. The shoot went by kind of fast.
Mm.
Well, I wouldn't say fast because we did a lot of outfits. The outfits
With
went by
by
fast,
fast,
but
yeah.
there was so many outfits that it took us
It didn't take long.
essentially the whole day.
It was it in my opinion. The way how they were
Changing
pumping
was
them
the,
out,
yeah.
yeah, it didn't
They
seem as long.
yeah. I think how I did the shoots, them they took longer to change
To take the pictures.
than they did to take the pictures
Yeah.
because it's kind of like everybody knew what they were doing. Just like do this one, move next one, and then do the group photo. You'll go and change, and as one finishes change,
The other one comes
send
back
them out. So that way I get the individuals and just
Yeah, yeah,
keep on going. So that way by the time the last one is done changing, it's just do the group photo and then go back and change again and repeat that process.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was about it.
Then
Yeah,
I think that it was a for my first observing my first magazine shoot. It was
Yeah.
interesting.
which was my first magazine shoot. I think. I don't know what I've accomplished in my life. I really don't.
No, because it's the only magazine shoot that
Yeah.
I've been to. It's still there. It's still there.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see all the different parts move, and sort of, I don't say it excites me, but the anticipation to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to do the face. Not the face. Sorry, the cover
Oh yeah.
at some point whenever they release. I don't want to be the cover of the ninth one. I want to be the cover of the tenth.
Tenth. It's like that number 10.
Just feels nice, like a nice
1 0. Oh yeah.
First time you do
First
double
digit
digits.
with a double. Yeah, man.
That just feels nice. I would like,
I
Karen,
get
if you're listening to this, I would love
that.
love to do the cover of the tenth one for sure.
But
Yeah,
I think the team that they had there, everyone
was great.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I got it. I messaged Renelle, who was one of the stylists. So it was Renelle, Kyron. There was the other lady, I can't remember her name, and then Jan.
yeah. With the red hair,
Yeah.
Yelena.
Did she not say to call her Jan?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yo, I'm sorry if you're listening to this. I'm pretty sure that she said to call her Jan, but I don't know. I know her name is Yelena, but I think her
apologize,
Instagram is
Yelena.
something like
Girl
Call
on
Me
Fire.
Jan or
No,
something like that.
man. Her name was Girl on Fire. I'm
No.
100% sure.
Girl on Fire Jan.
Serious?
Yeah.
I just see the Girl on Fire.
Yeah.
Yelena, I'm so sorry.
I mean, I don't
I know
think-
some people will just be like, hey, I don't want my name out in public.
No, yeah.
Relax.
I swear she said to call her Jan, so that's why in my head I was just like, her name is Jan.
She probably said that as like, just to keep it short. Because,
Yeah.
some people will just be
Saying
like,
Yelena all the time was.
what's your name? How you
Yeah.
pronounce that? Yeah, Cause
Yeah.
I understand what that is because John's name.
Yeah.
John is get
Jean.
fed up. John is get real fed up. But people just can't get him out.
Yeah.
Just
Jean.
like, just call me John. Just.
I
But
would
yeah.
love to have Yelena or Renelle on here at some point. Just to talk about styling. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Would love to have Renelle for sure. I spoke to her about it. Hopefully.
What she said. Well, what was her first
She just kind of asked what it was about. But other than that, she was down. Like, she's literally down for
I
anything.
think a lot of
People are down to
People
share
that-
their
yeah,
information.
yeah.
Like it's just not like a platform.
yeah.
And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point
But
of
I know
this.
it also has those people that just like, oh, that check looking like, and I just say like, check.
Yeah, check for our podcast. That's
No,
crazy.
Sorry, we don't have sponsorships yet.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least.
Yeah, next week we'll have a sponsor for sure.
Sponsored by
Our
Water and
pockets.
Sewage. Water and Sewage Authority.
Water and sewage.
What's that?
When you say wasa, that's crazy.
But yeah, it was I just loved how all the gears sort of fit together and it
Mhm.
just moved.
Yeah,
Everyone sort of knew where they had to be, and
Yeah.
if you didn't know, it always had someone that you could go and ask, where am I supposed to be?
yeah.
But it wasn't like, it have some shoots that are just like, who
Yeah,
am I to
where
talk
am I
to?
to be?
Yeah, who am I supposed to
Yeah,
talk
those
to?
happen for fashion shows.
Mhm.
You'd be so confused. You literally would walk in, and you're like, who am I supposed to talk to? You just see a bunch of people just no clothes on,
And then it'll just
and
be like
then
a finger pointing in a
and
direction.
you hear somebody yelling, and it's just like
Yo, what is going on?
I personally don't like to do fashion shows anymore. It was fun, but yeah, it got boring kind of fast. I don't know how to explain it. Like
I
I
think I still have
appreciate
the
the
hype.
designs and the designers.
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect them, but
If you're doing a one-on-one, yeah, for sure. But the
yeah, but
hustle and
fashion shows,
bustle,
I feel like I don't really make anything. It's just kind of like
you just kind of
I'm
just
just
banging out
photographing
stuff.
what's happened.
Yeah.
And then there was like, yeah, I don't want to be that weird
It's like-
photographer that's just on the ground. And I don't like that. That's just so annoying to me.
It's like that's kind of I don't
Yeah.
know, bro. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Me personally, because I've never done it before,
Yeah,
I want to do it.
yeah, but don't go
But
backstage.
yeah, I have a feeling I would leave with a massive headache, and I'm just saying like I'm never wanting to do this ever again.
Yeah,
But like, see, I think it's the same thing for like carnival.
yeah.
I want to like colors. Yo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to get some of those colors, but I have a feeling I don't like being around people like that. I don't want nobody rubbing up on me.
Yeah, I do like that.
I would walk with a 75 to
feel
300,
so
and I would stop
uncomfortable.
on our building, and I would shoot down. But I think like I want to get the colors, but how do I get the colors?
From
Without
a distance.
from a distance. That is me.
Drone.
June. But that is me. Like the colors is just the different colors, the vibe.
Yeah.
I want to do it, but I really want to be in those environments, like because
Yeah,
of the person I am.
I think for the same studio magazine shoot, I think that it honestly was my first time doing a shoot with a magazine, and also I had literally no experience ever. I just kind of like watched YouTube videos. Literally, I just watched so much YouTube videos back in the day. I was like, when I reached there, I kind of know how things should operate. I don't know
Mhm.
exactly how it should be, but I know
Yeah, I
how
had
things
a
should
basic
operate.
understanding of
Yeah,
where
yeah,
the
yeah.
certain pieces
So
should
when I
go.
got there, the lady asked, she was like, "What was the lighting setup?" I was like, "I don't know, 3 lights, two in the back, one on the person." I was like, she was like, "Alright, cool." She set it up nice. She was like, "So what studio do you normally shoot at?" I was like,
Son. Son.
"Studio do I normally shoot at? Should I know this?"
I like how we both watch each other. I was just like
I was like,
outside.
I was just like, the fact that you think that I've done this before is nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It feels good for sure.
But I really like how we just both watched each other. I was just like
Yes, like
outside.
studio that I want that I shot at before. Is this a trick question? Yes. I don't know. That was just so funny. That day was fun. Like it was really good.
You know what also amazes me? People will be like, how you learn how to edit your photos? How you learn how to do so on and so on? How you learn how to use your camera? And just like
YouTube.
for Photoshop, YouTube,
Yeah.
the University of YouTube, of
Mhm.
course. And for Lightroom, it's just basic sliders. Move it back and forth. And
You
when
said University of YouTube.
Yeah. For Photoshop, University of YouTube. For Lightroom, I was like, I told someone, yo, it's just sliders.
Mhm.
Slide it back and forth until it reaches somewhere that you like.
And then you just
Don't
move
it
it
have
on the
it
list.
has it legit has
It's literally
overdoing it
the
or
list
underdoing
is
it.
in an order of
Lighting.
kind of like things how you should go through it. So just like
yeah,
slide it until you like it, and then
move on to the next.
that just sounds so wrong in my head. You heard what I said, right? Let's just drop it. Just drop it. You didn't hear what I said?
No,
It's okay.
sorry.
It's alright.
It's-
Just
We'll just move on from that.
yeah, we'll just
Next.
move on from that. Next topic. Alright.
But it's,
University of
guys,
YouTube.
take your own initiative. You don't have to go.
Learn.
Yeah,
People are so scared to learn and to do things. I'm just like,
yo, just go online.
well, you just can't. Not even that. Just like experiment and stuff in photography. You just have to like.
You gotta try.
You have to try. I was telling a friend. They were like, "How do you edit?" And I was like, "I just watch a bunch of YouTube videos of people that I like. I don't focus on anybody locally in Trinidad because that's not
Yeah.
my standard.
Yeah, I got you.
And also,
That's no disrespect to anyone. You know, some people just kind of be like, how dare you?
personally, my answer to that is take it how you want to take it. If you want to take it in a disrespectful way, cool. If you don't, cool.
I think if it offends you, that shows you have work to do, buddy.
True.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how to like. I don't see a lot of work that I personally like
Basically, your
locally.
style.
Like I respect everybody and how they make their money, but just sometimes it's just not for me,
Mm.
you know. And I understand that my work is not everybody wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
That is fine,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it to be where um if you see my work, it feels like an international standard. Or if you put
Yeah.
me in like a bigger like a high fashion company or something, my
Mm.
work would be, you know, with there if like around the
Yes.
same standard or maybe a little
Above.
better.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like super, like it shouldn't be like worse. It wouldn't be like if you watch 10 different photographers,
Yeah.
you would notice mine and be like, oh, what is that?
It's like, oh, this guy not starting off. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm trying to get away from that excuse as we were talking about in the beginning
Yeah.
of I'm now starting off. I'm trying to get like although it's only been 1 year that I'm actually doing this.
That I think that's like kind of like why I don't really care when I started, because I want to treat
Mm.
things like I'm now starting off,
Yeah.
because that mentality to want to
Like,
learn and to
yeah.
want to get it.
I think when
I
you're now
lost it,
starting off,
but I'm slowly trying to get it back.
when you're now starting off, it's sort of like I don't know anything. What can I learn to know something?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I lost that.
Like I know
I
what to do
lost that
this, I know
last
what
year,
to do
and
that.
then like I'm trying to regain it now.
I can understand.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like do all of that again. So
But
that's really what I'm doing.
I was telling someone it was after the when we went by LeSean,
Yeah.
I had tried to do a black and white picture and I asked someone and they sent me a whole video on lighting and I'm just here
Yeah.
like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Cool. But I feel like I'm still that little guppy
Yeah.
swimming out amongst the big sharks.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm trying to get my
I
standard.
feel like the big sharks have their clients, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like
You know,
you're
I'm not
just.
stepping on anyone's toes. Is
I
that
don't know how to put it. I feel like everybody is
in
the
their own
big
space?
sharks are in the big shark little
Tank in their
space, the
tank.
little big shark tank, and then the guppies are in their little guppy tank, and then but the
It
guppies
have
are.
a little channel where it could swim
No,
through.
not even
Is
that. Like the guppies are growing at different rates,
Okay, okay.
right? So it's kind of like when you overgrow
That tank.
your tank,
You just
they
kinda jump
move
over
you
it.
across.
Okay.
That's how I feel like it's meant to be.
Okay.
I don't
I can
think
see that.
yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm like my work is good around the people like around my age, I guess, or whatever I call it.
Mm.
And then when my time does come, they'll move me across to the big tank. So I'm not like in a rush, but I'm just doing things slowly and just taking it one day at a time. Back to the editing thing, I was talking to a friend about how what was it about? I was telling her that she asked how I edit, and I was like, I just kind of watch YouTube videos. I play around with stuff, and like I like what I like, and that's me coming from watching international photographers. That's the eye that I have.
Yeah.
I literally cannot name
Mm.
half. I can't name a lot of photographers down here locally because I don't know, because I hear some names. I've been to a shoot for, I think it was Music TT or Music of TT. I don't know the name of it exactly, where they had a bunch of artists and the artists would do studio stuff. And one of the ladies asked me, she was like, "Do you know who this photographer is?" And I was like, "Nope." And I was like, "Oh, you should know them. They're top in your field." I was like, "If they're top in my field, I would have heard of them earlier." I was
True.
like, I was like, who am like my mindset right now is just like, who I am meant to find out about, I'll find out about.
Mm.
I'm not like, there's no reason for me to be looking at every other photographer and their granny's
Yeah.
work. It makes no sense to me. If I need to find out about somebody,
Then you would find out.
social
about
media is there. I'll hear their name come up at some point. I can be like, oh yeah, I know their name,
that. Mm.
but I don't know them personally like that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of photographers. I know their name. I don't know them personally because I know them through other people.
Mm.
But the editing thing, I was telling my friend that just edit and just learn how to do that same edit faster.
Yeah.
So
that-
when you learn how to do that same edit faster, you could experiment with more stuff.
Yeah.
Because that way you have this, like you have more time.
Like just I think it was either this week or last week. Peter McKinnon put up a video and he was like, editing five different, the same picture 5 different times in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just had to practice. Like the only way you're gonna know how to become dynamic basically with your photos is if you can turn this one photo into 5 different photos,
Yeah.
then
I could do that like 3 times for sure.
yeah.
And then after that, I'm drained.
I think I can show you. I don't know if I have them still, but I know, like with Visco, I would edit the same photo like 3 different times, or I would edit the same person 3
Mhm.
different times, and that's what I usually. So like, if I show you these pictures, it's the same person 3 different times, but I haven't been able to grasp as yet the 3 different, the same photo 3 different times as yet. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm there yet, but
I could do a easy 3 different times for sure. I don't think
five
five.
is starting to get draining, and it's sort of
Five would be like draining for me because I kind of know what I want
wanted,
when I go
yeah.
into editing already.
Yeah.
So just like I don't know how I would do it 5 different times depending on what like how I take the picture. That was like a big thing as well.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Mm.
that's about it.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
um,
I just I'm sort of the same when it comes to looking outside. I
mhm.
look more on the outside. I look at more the international community to see
What
what's
are they
going on.
doing?
Yeah, what's going on.
Because it always kind of trickles down later.
Yeah. So I can tell you. We both know this. You know more local photographers than I, but
I
I've
know
been
like
most
five.
I've been mostly looking outside, like, cause like someone, the same person that I told you that I met in Tobago, they were asking me, she asked me if I knew X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, never heard
Nah,
of that
sorry.
person. And it's not even because I'm now starting off. It's just because I don't pay. I'm sorry to say, I don't be paying attention of
Yeah, I
what
don't have
going
the
on. But
time to
like
pay attention to everybody
me
and their work.
personally, I feel like because I'm not paying attention to everyone or what's going around down here,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm missing out. Like, remember, it had some drama that was going on, and I was so confused because it's not my. I don't. Although I'm in the community, I don't feel like I'm in the community. I
Mhm.
sort of feel like I'm living next door. Like I've said the analogy. I feel like I live in next door to Trinidad or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I live in next door to Trinidad, but because I'm not paying attention to who doing this and who doing that.
Yeah.
Sort of like, this is my craft.
Yeah.
This is the kind of quality that I'm trying to reach at
Yeah.
or surpass.
Mhm.
No offense to anyone else. If you're down to work, I'm down to work. But right now, I feel like I'm just experimenting on where I want to do. Like, more and more, I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to slowly move over to editorial and then sort of move into more dynamic movements and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like what I was, well, you've seen the photos that I want to try to do, but
Mhm.
I want to do sort of editorial with dynamic movements and with time. I
Yeah,
still feel
yeah,
like I
yeah.
have real practice, like movements. I don't think I have movements down well.
Mhm.
Like I need a lot of work to do it.
I mean, just to ask people honestly, I just kind of asked a bunch of friends,
Yeah, like I asked my
some
brother's
models.
friend. She was
Um.
like, she does gymnastics. So I was like, yeah, you for sure could do. I'm sure you could do that. And she's like, oh yeah, it's easy to do, but it's just like finding that time to. You know, it's one of those things where you have to sort of align your times
Mhm.
and then hoping that that person is still down to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I've been planning shoots for so long. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Things haven't lined up. But hopefully this month for sure.
Mm.
Um.
I know one shoot for sure. I think my friend was telling me. She said she's getting her hair done, and I think the hairdo that she's getting is gonna be the 12th. I think she said she's gonna do her hair,
Yeah.
but she said she has something to do on the 14th or the 13th, some Saturday. So I think next week Saturday she has something to do, or the 20th, somewhere around there. But I told her more than likely the last either Saturday or Sunday in February.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna need you to come along with the reflector, so we
Oh,
can do something.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I think we'll look to wrap up there.
yeah, I think that's a good introduction.
Yeah, we talked for
Yeah.
like what? We talked for 15 minutes. That's crazy. We literally said we'll talk.
Imagine.
We literally said we were gonna talk for 15 minutes, but I know we kind of strayed a lot. But we mainly talked about basically just don't like know your worth. At least charge something and build on it
Know your worth. Try something new. Take the initiative
to learn.
to learn,
Uh huh.
and that's basically it.
That's basically it. And then we
That's
also talked
basically
about ourselves as well too.
yeah.
But obviously we'll talk more about we'll get more into the business, and I wouldn't say I'm like an expert on on
Business or
everything or
financial
business or
advice.
finance, or I'm probably the worst person that I know when it comes to money. But
I think it's just hearing a different perspective
yeah,
sometimes.
and I feel like some people will be able to relate as well. To be like, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we all in this boat too, and we all trying to grow.
Same, yes. Same
Um,
as people
so we're
say.
just trying to like get everybody
On board.
there's not just you alone in the boat. Is maybe
Yeah.
you just mightn't see everybody else in the boat, but we're in the back
Don't
there.
worry. Just open the door, look
Yeah,
down the hallway.
yeah, we're in the
But
back there for sure. So it's just like we just want to get people like advice and different people in one in the photography field, but also
I
in
guess
different businesses, because I feel like people in different businesses always have some kind of information that could trickle into a different business.
yeah, I think each as the society is basically a living organism.
Yeah.
So we can't do without insurance because it protects people.
Mhm.
But insurance also helps with another thing. I don't know what. I don't do insurance. But, without insurance, houses can't be bought or sold properly.
Yeah.
Without insurance, cars can't be bought or sold properly.
Mhm.
You know, the right way is what I mean. Yes, you can just sell a house. Yes, you can just buy a car.
Yeah.
But the right way,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you had to go through
Yeah,
insurance.
yeah, yeah.
But
So we
so,
just want to make a platform to just
you know,
show people,
although
this is the mistakes that we have made. This is the mistakes that other people have made, and just have a
situation
conversation.
about it, yeah.
We don't want to be scared to talk about money.
Yeah.
Let's try to not make that like a. We don't want us to be like a taboo thing where it's like, so how much is me? It'd be like, how did you make X amount of dollars in
Yeah.
this amount of time?
We
That's what
don't
we
want
want it
you.
to
We
be.
don't. It's more of like we don't want to see your destination. We want to see your roadmap.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
how to navigate.
So that's why I said we are not the most experienced of anything. So we
Far
are
from it.
learning as you guys learn literally.
Yeah, I.
Even for the people that are now starting out, I wanna have people. Well, we wanna have people here that
But it is to start a bit
even
business.
if it's not
1 month.
starting out, it's just
1 month
I
in the
wouldn't say
business.
1 month. I
Yeah,
think you need a couple months of
well, yeah,
experience or
okay,
something.
but I think that's more of an over exaggeration more than
Yeah, I
anything.
feel like if it was 1 month, it's like
It's like
come on here for promo.
it's just like you've been doing this 1 month. What
Nah,
have you
nah,
experienced?
nah. Yeah. We don't people here for it's been like for a little while, but we just
you know,
want to get information out there. Just want to get people that have 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 a story to tell.
yeah.
That's me. I feel like once you have a story to tell, that
Mhm.
is literally all we can ask for, because there'll be somebody that might be able to relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's story is different, and it's really just about creating that platform of, if we're at this level, how can we go up, or if we're at the higher level, how did we build up, and how we planning on going up more.
Yeah.
So, we'll organize more guests. Well, not like we had a guest here today, but we'll organize guests. We'll obviously have our own information, just kind of look up stuff.
yeah.
I'm sorry for the audio and the people laughing in the background. I don't know. My neighbors just decided to be loud today.
Maybe next
Um,
week. Maybe.
maybe next week. But yeah, so y'all could follow us. Jabari is at Jabari underscore Matthew. Mine is Jabari David on Instagram. Well, most social medias, I think.
I guess we can write. It would have a description question mark.
We could put it in the description too. Just click wherever. I don't know where you're listening to this to, because it's gonna be literally posted like
Everywhere.
everywhere. YouTube, Apple, Google, wherever you're listening to this from.
Yeah.
You'll find us. Don't
Share.
worry.
Follow.
Yeah, and that's it. So we'll wrap this up. and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Deuces.